Welcome back to another episode of Bromance. I'm Ryan, and today we had the fellas on, Jackson and Nate. We started off talking about NBA free agency with NBA free agency starting today. So, if you're not a big NBA fan, I would say skip to 10, 15 ish minutes. Then we moved on to our draft. Today's draft topic was easiest things to fall asleep to on TV. Next, we moved on to our recap of Semi Pro, with Semi Pro being this past weekend. And then we finished with questions from the people. That is it. I hope you guys enjoy.
Yeah. Going on you with the pick and roll. Younger flame, he in sicko mode.
Welcome back to another episode of Bromance. I'm Ryan, and today we got the fellas on, Jackson Lamar and Nate Luce. Fellas, how are we doing?
We're doing good. How are you, Ryan?
Good.
I'm doing good. Today is the start of NBA free agency. There might have been a big move last night. Jackson, want to talk about it?
Portland's got some shooters now.
On and off the court.
Wait, on the court too?
Well, he throws grenades on the court.
Oh, right. Yeah. But yeah, my Blazers got Ja Morant.
How are we feeling about this? Do we like it? Do we not like it?
So I'm like a yes and no. Like, we're trying something. Like, that's cool. Like, it's another name in for Dame, saying, hey, we're trying our best. I'm gonna miss Jeremy Grant. I know he's on the older side, but he came into Portland. He played really well. So definitely gonna miss him. Definitely gonna miss Murray. I think the real negative side that I'm thinking is that he's a bit of a nobody on defense. And Dame isn't already the best defender, coming off an injury. So I'm very, very scared of how our defense is going to be, especially since our defense was a lot better this previous season than it has been in the past. So I'm kind of like holding my breath. We've tried the let's just outscore them method before. It never works. And I think we're just running it back again. So that scares me, but we're trying. And that's more than what I'm used to. So I'm happy at the same time.
So the way that I look at it is I'm like, it's fucking Portland. When are you guys going to get the chance to get, when he's on the court and not suspended, a player like Ja Morant, especially for just Jeremiah Grant and a throw-in player? Like, if I'm a Blazers fan, I'm excited, and I'm a huge NBA nerd, and I listened to a bunch of nerd podcasts about it today. And some of these podcasts were like, "Oh, what about Dame Lillard and Ja Morant and Scoot Henderson?" It's like
we have 4 guards that all need time,
and Drew Holiday. So like, if I'm a Blazers fan, Dame Lillard's 38 and just came off a torn Achilles. So he's not an on-ball guard really per se anymore. He's a catch and shoot, kind of guard. He's a great shooter. I think this is gonna fit perfect. That's a very small backcourt. I don't know if I like that per se on defense, but hey, again, it's Portland. And you know what? If it doesn't pan out, I think he has like 2 years left on his deal. You just don't re-sign him. You didn't give up a lot for him. I think this is a win-win.
Yeah. Again, I'm going to miss Jeremy, but he was on the older side. So it's like you're right. We didn't give up a lot. So it just kind of feels like we are going wicked small and like not that good defensively. So it's like it is we don't get stars like this. They don't come to Portland. But I'm also hearing that maybe Jaylen Brown might be coming, could be coming. Anthony Davis, I think, was like linked at one point. I don't think that's open anymore, but it's kind of like, whoa, when did Portland become the trade hub?
I kind of think that they should probably move off of Drew Holiday because I think he's 35 or 36.
Yeah.
I think a contender would definitely trade for him, like the Celtics. Maybe get someone a little bit younger. Like, I wouldn't hate something centered around like Drew Holiday player and then like, a few picks for Jaylen Brown. But at the same time, like Jaylen Brown's value has gone down so much over the last few months. But I will say too, for the Grizzlies, they're moving in a different direction. They're a young team. I think this is great. Like, I think that they got a bunch of really good young players now, and they kind of moved off of like John Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr. They
The,
drafted I'm sorry, not Carlos Boozer, Cam Boozer.
mm.
So I like the direction that they're going. And if we're being completely honest, it's going to be the Spurs versus the Thunder for like half a decade in the Western
Oh
Conference
yeah,
Finals.
oh yeah. This is very much like the microsphere of the West, but the Grizzlies need also to move off of Ja Morant desperately. So we'll take your burden. Don't worry.
When here, Nate, what do you think about everything that's going on right now in the NBA?
I don't know shit about the NBA.
Did you hear that LeBron James is not going back to Lakers? And it's definitely not that the Lakers don't want him, because that's kind of what happened. He's choosing to not go back.
It was his decision.
It was his decision.
His decision.
Yeah, not the Lakers.
Not that the Lakers didn't offer him anything. He needs to find happiness in another team.
That's right.
Right.
So love that for him. Jackson, do you have any predictions on where he's going to go?
No clue. I don't know. It's just the decision 30 years later. I know it's not 30, but I have I have no idea. Where do you think he's going to go?
I think I would like to see him in Golden State. I think that'd be a pretty interesting. Yeah, I mean, they're not going to win. Again, they're like, it's going to be the same two teams for half a decade in the Western Conference, but
Right.
I would watch. I think that would be really interesting. And he finishes his career in Golden State with Steph Curry and Draymond Green.
Mhm.
To see what happens with Jimmy Butler. I know he tore his ACL, but I think that would be interesting. And as much as I'm not a fan of the Heat, I wouldn't mind seeing him back on the Heat for like a year.
I heard that the Heat were like one of those names that floated for LeBron, like before LeBron decided to step down and totally would have gone back to Lakers. I heard that Miami was always like attached to LeBron, always. So it'll be interesting, but I really think there's like a lot more teams that are in it that we just don't know about.
You think so?
I think so.
I'm trying to find this exact report from earlier today. It was hilarious. It was pretty.
What if he wants to go to the Knicks?
No,
What what if he wants the championship gold again? He wants another taste.
bro, you're like 15 years too late, buddy. You could have came here instead of going to the Heat. We just won the championship. We don't want your ass. Oh man, I'm trying to find this. This tweet was hilarious. While I'm trying to find it, we also let's do one more trade. Kawhi Leonard gets traded to the Raptors. That's pretty interesting. Kawhi going back to Toronto.
Yeah.
I like it for Toronto.
Do I like it for Kawhi? It's a completely different situation than when he originally left in, right? So how's that going to look? Is Toronto going to do anything else? This is the big question. I really don't see their name attached to anything right now at the moment because I'm trying my best to keep up with free agency. I'm not the best at it, but it would be really cool for Toronto to go all in on Kawhi again. But, it's a reunion. 2019. Who remembers that time?
Right?
Right.
Year before COVID. Okay, so here's one funny report. I'm told that this is a happiness-led decision for LeBron James. Wherever he lands in free agency, it will not be driven by money. It's not going to be driven by money because there's aprons now in the NBA and teams don't want to pay you $50 million. I know I'm going to sound like a hater here by saying that, but it's the truth. I'm trying to find this other one, but it's pretty much Rich Paul, his agent, coming out and saying that LeBron told me to go out, reach out to all these teams, and then give him a list of who's interested, and then he'll make his decision from there, and he's not in a rush.
Right.
So it's going to be like the Kings, the Wizards, the Trailblazers, maybe the Pelicans.
The Trailblazers will respectfully decline LeBron James. Respectfully.
I am trolling here, but I do think Golden State or Miami. He's been in the league for a long time. He's 41 years old. 1 year, I think, in Golden State would be a really fun watch.
I could agree with 1 year.
All right, that is it for NBA talk. Nate, I know that you didn't have too much input on the NBA talk. You are a Bengals fan and a Knights fan. How are we feeling about the Bengals? How are we feeling about the
Uh,
Knights?
well, I'm never feeling good about the Bengals, but the Knights just traded away Dorothea, who was our lead scorer for the past 2 years, which was a salary dump because he wanted 7 years,
And
77
honestly,
million.
he kind of deserved it after this playoffs.
No, he does.
He was awesome. So
I
I
agree.
understand the move.
The Knights are notorious. The lead scorer every 2 years, they dump him after 2 years. They did it for Patches. They did it for Marchessault.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah, they like to salary dump.
This is rough, but you know what? VGK, night up. We are just in the Stanley Cup, and we will be back.
What's this we? Are you a Knights fan now?
I'm a Knights fan. Yeah, I've always been a Knights fan.
This is blasphemous.
What about the Bengals? Are we feeling optimistic this year? How do we feel about Joe Burrow's hair? You think he looks hot?
Good question.
I don't even know that I've seen his new hair.
He's always got something going on. He's super swaggy.
No,
Look
he's
it up
always
after.
always. Maybe if they get O-line that can actually protect him for more than 3 seconds, then probably be good. And a defense. It doesn't help scoring 35 points and losing.
Defense is a little important. I'll give you one last question about sports, and then we'll move on to our draft. Over under 2.5 injuries for Joe Burrow this year.
Over.
Okay, and that's Bengal talk with Nate. Let's move on to our draft. Today's draft topic is easiest things to fall asleep to on TV. Jackson, this was a great suggestion, by the way. I love it.
As an expert, I'm really excited.
So you guys are my guests. We'll do a 3-round snake draft. Who wants to go first?
I can go.
Okay, Nate.
We're going to go with golf.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
That's a good one. I had it on my list.
Yeah, it was on my list.
Second.
Really? That was your second?
Second, yep.
What could be your number one? Okay, interesting.
Okay. Jackson?
Yeah, that sucks. So I'm gonna have to pivot here. I'm going to go with my first pick, the news.
That was my second pick.
That's just something you put on in the background. They're gonna talk you to sleep. It doesn't matter what's on. It's always a good nap.
Everything on the news is fake. I don't watch the news.
Yeah, we figured you say that. What's your pick?
My first pick, I'm not one of those people that's going to pretend and care about what's going on currently in soccer. The World Cup. Don't care. Do not care. I don't want to watch soccer. I don't want to watch 90 minutes. I don't understand stoppage time. We get water breaks now. People are on the ground. You would think someone tore their ACL, and then they're running 2 minutes later. Cannot watch it. Will not watch it. Will not pretend to watch it. Do not care. I think the U.S. is still in it. I think it just started, like the bracket play.
Yeah.
Don't care. They could win. I don't care.
I will say the water breaks is crazy. They just invented quarters in soccer and not just halves. Actually, they usually never take a break in between like halfway through a half, but now they do. So
soft
basically,
sport, not a real sport. Foot fairies.
I don't know about that.
My next pick. I think I could get this one last. I'm going to go anything tennis.
Oh, really? Okay.
Anything tennis.
Honestly, I thought that could have gone to the last round, if I'm honest. That's a good one, though.
I think I got good value here.
You do?
Yeah, I don't think it was coming back to me.
Okay. All right. Okay, I have one. I think I could save till the last round, and if Nate takes it, I could cry on camera. Um, so for my second pick, I am going with the Food Network. Honestly, when I'm watching the Food Network, I'm eating,
Oh,
and if I'm eating, I'm falling asleep. Like almost immediately right after. There's always going to be another cooking show on. You just wake up, you could lock in. You're not missing much.
Great pick.
great pick. Great pick.
All right, Nate, you
Not
got your
not like
last two
I was
here.
gonna choose that next, but
Yeah, right.
hmm, let's go with documentary, like a nature documentary.
Ooh, good one. That's a good one.
From like the 80s with like the old school music in the background.
Anything, anything. Um, let's go with like The Office, something
Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
one,
Okay,
Jackson.
okay.
something you've
Oh
seen
no.
episodes 9,000 times and you can just tune out.
You're saying them in the sleep. You're quoting them. Yeah, it's a good pick. Good pick.
Good pick.
But I do have my last one, and I'm pretty excited about this because it's quite niche. Um, what?
Can we say
What?
it on three together?
There's no way it's the same. There's no way it's the same.
Okay, ready on three.
There's
One,
no. It's no way it's the same. I'm just letting you know.
one,
Okay,
two,
two,
three.
three.
Red Sox,
Thanksgiving
Yankees.
football. Oh, okay.
Oh, oh, that is okay. Are you saying because you're full and you fell asleep because of it?
That's like
Yeah.
quintessential nap time. Hello?
Not me, bro.
Hello? That's
Mm-mm.
quintessential nap time.
Mm-mm.
Detroit's on, which
Mm-mm.
that's historically what you say. But Cowboys are on. You fall asleep. No,
I hate watching Cowboys every single week. I take the gravy injected into my veins, and I'm like a kid on crack. Like I am not falling asleep during any football game on any holiday. Absolutely not.
like okay, like it makes sense for you because Cowboys are in your division, but NFC South, AFC North, we don't give a fuck about them. We're not going to see them anytime soon.
What
So
about fantasy football? Like you're not pumped up to see your boys play?
I will wake up after having my third slice of apple pie and I will check in with the stats after. Then I'll get excited. Maybe I'll watch the night game, but like the football game after you have Thanksgiving dinner, that's nap time. That's night night.
Okay. Okay. All right. My last pick here kind of decided between two of these. I guess I'll give one of them an honorable mention. I'm gonna go with a Mets game.
I mean, especially this year. This year, oh yeah, you might as well put like the AAA team in the division because they suck.
I will push back here. I will say it's really fun watching the Mets, excuse me, kind of
It is
self
really fun
implode a
watching the
little bit.
Yankees. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Keep going.
It's fun to watch the Mets self implode a little bit. Nate, I did watch the clip of Juan
The
Soto in left field like
I was
quite
gonna
a few
say
times.
the inside the park home,
The inside the park home run. Yeah, exactly. Yes.
but
Yeah.
it was our boy Springer from Connecticut. So
Cheater. Scumbag. What about Mr. Met and the Dougie behind the reporter as he's reporting that Carlos Mendoza is getting fired?
You can't fall asleep to that. Come
so
on.
good.
No. I will say if Mrs. Met is on TV, respectfully, I'm not falling asleep.
Respectfully locked in.
Locked in. All right, and that is our draft. Do we have any honorable mentions?
I do have a couple. Yankees when they play in Boston. Uh, Yankees a couple days ago when they got swept 4 games by some AAA team. Um, any team with Aaron Judge on it, if he's even there, is he still playing or?
He's hurt
Oh,
again.
okay, yeah, okay, yeah, for sure, yeah, again, yeah. That's pretty much my honorable mentions. Yeah,
Great
Kid
honorable
Z3.
mentions.
I don't even know what the score is, but all right, yeah. What do you guys have?
How about you, Nate?
Um, Not really, other than like like a movie that I've seen maybe like a shit ton of times.
Hmm.
I only have one, and it is the Weather Channel.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a miss, I think.
I chose the Mets game over that, so it was close for
No,
me.
that's a good one.
Not
That's a
really,
good one.
not really though. All right, and that is our draft. I will post the graphic. I am only 2 episodes behind, so honestly, not bad. I've only been saying it
That's
for
pretty good.
weeks, so not bad. All right, let's get into our recap. So this is our June semi-pro recap. We've had 3 tournaments so far. Nightmare won the first. Mud Dogs won the second. Nightmare won the third. So I have the updated standings. We'll start from bottom to top. We'll start with the number 8 team, Immunity. Nate, why don't you take this one?
We did not get to play them in our round robin, so did not get to really get any idea of how they are. Um, I know they were still missing Andrew. I think he was the only one missing.
And Sarah Wood.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean they've only been at one tournament, um, and they didn't win too many games that I remember. They didn't make playoffs.
No, they're one of 2 teams that didn't make playoffs. I feel like they kind of went into it with I know Ashley was hurt. Sarah wasn't there. I do feel like they were missing someone else. They did use their celebrity, spot, one of them, but I kind of feel like they went into it just like fun vibes. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
How about you, Jackson?
I do agree that like missing Sarah and Andrew is a big part. It's like it's a hole in their team. When everybody's there and present and healthy, because Ashley was kind of banged up still because she's been playing almost every tournament this month. They're a threatening team, and Ryan and I have talked. We know they're a threatening team, so I know this their first tournament was not a representation of how they're going to play for the rest of the year. Like that's just what's going to happen. They're going to play a lot better. Like they might be starting at the bottom of the standings. They're gonna climb, and it's gonna be scary. Even then, Sam Jones was ridiculous. I think that's like my first time like lining up against him corner to corner, and his release is crazy. You can't hit him if you try. And honestly, if you have him, he's gonna hard to carry. He's gonna so. Um, really, really talented team. I'm excited to see them in July. It's just an unfortunate start to the entire year for them, really.
Yeah, I mean, they missed the first 2 tournaments. They were missing half their franchise. And I said it season 1 on this podcast. I said it season 2. A lot of it really just comes down to showing up consistently to these tournaments and your franchise. Obviously it's a team effort, but not having your franchise there is really tough. And we're almost halfway through everything now. So they still have to figure out their kinks and what works and what doesn't, what lineups, what rosters, what positions and players work well together, which is going to be very tough to do in the 4th tournament of 7. If they get it going, I think they're going to be a really good team. Don't get me wrong. I mean, like if you just look at their franchise alone, I think they're going to be really solid. So we have the draft coming up in a few weeks. There might be some decent players in the pool. Maybe they want to make a trade or a cut or something. I don't know.
And like on top of that, like you said, this is the first tournament, so they're still trying to figure things out. Their rotations, their positions, yes, of course. They're also playing against teams that have figured it out. They've played 2 tournaments in the past already, and then this is the third playing together. So everyone kind of knows how their teammates play. They don't have that luxury. So they're inherently at a disadvantage, not only with like the point system, but with just overall vibes, connectivity, and chemistry. So they had the biggest challenge, but I think they're up to it.
We'll talk about it later, but I really do feel like 3 tournaments in and that there's 2 teams that are well-oiled machines, and you could tell that they're clicking and there's chemistry and everyone's rowing in the same direction. And I think it's Mud Dogs and Nightmare. I think other teams have had players that have been missing tournaments. Like we'll talk about this next team, Relentless, where Sierra has missed some. I know Jeans was missing this past one. Goop Troop, like I
Yeah.
know that Robbie was missing one, then he got hurt for one, then he showed up late to this last one. So there's like a lot of moving pieces with a lot of these teams, unfortunately, and it is tough because I was definitely on that receiving end last year. Let's move on to the next team, Relentless. Nate, why don't you take this one again?
Um, yeah, Relentless. They're a solid team. We only got like two game like 2 games in or something against them. We had a long 1v1 with I think it was Taylor and Cole or Carly and Cole,
Oh
some of
wait,
them
I saw
at the
that.
end.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a long match,
I looked at
but
the score. It was like 2 games played. I was like, what the fuck?
yeah, they're a solid team. They got Derek throwing out the middle, and he didn't really play corner that time, but yeah, we focused on getting Derek out, and then we just tried to kill time and take our time with things and not get into their rhythm of going quick. Yeah, they're a solid team. They got a good mix of a little of everything. Quick players, good corners, good counters. They're kind of like shake and bake, or not shake and bake, squabble up was, I feel like, where they're either going too fast or not fast enough.
I agree with that. What about you, Jackson?
Yeah, that tournament also, Derek and Sierra came in halfway through the first set or first series for them. So they just had a slow start. They haven't had time to stretch or whatever. So again, their captains they got there late, so maybe a little bit frazzled for this tournament in particular. But honestly, when things are clicking, that's a scary ass team. I remember refing their playoff series last semi-pro in May, and when Derek's on, like not only is he unstoppable, he unlocks a lot for Mackenzie on the other side or someone to throw out the middle, because everyone's gonna be looking at Derek. You know what he's capable of. He's gonna throw that thing a million miles per hour and then catch you like effortlessly. Meanwhile, Mackenzie is slowly developing into a lock solid corner with like this knuckleball that you can't really catch comfortably. And it's just like it's scary. You can't take your eyes off them. But once like some once you like what Nate said, disrupt their momentum, you make the first hit, it's hard for them to recover, I think. So I think a couple times I think they do need to make a couple adjustments, is what I'm trying to say. Um, with their lineup, but they easily will make a bounce back, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think they are like a pretty volatile team. Um, I think they're all very talented. It's just a matter of like what direction that they want to go in because it seems like some players are going in one direction, some players are going others. Like for example, when we played them, we got Derek off the rush like I think every single game, if not almost every single game. We just totally took them out of the equation.
Yeah,
They
we
were
did the
missing
same.
Yeah, they were missing Jeans too, which was tough. I missed the second tournament, so for everyone who's watching or listening, like I don't really have anything to say about this past one. I can only go off of two of the three, but uh, yeah, they're a talented team. I think that they're probably going to make maybe a change here. They do have a cut. They will have the second pick in the draft, so there are options here. They do have four ladies, so if they wanted to like possibly make a trade, like I do think that they have some options here. So I wouldn't be surprised if they don't have the same roster for the next tournament as they currently have right now. Let's move on to the next team, Downfall. Jackson, why don't you start with this one?
Downfall. Um, and we had our Monday rec league in Connecticut yesterday. And Angel and I were still talking, Angel being the captain, of course. And he's told me he's surprised that they made the playoffs, but he's very thankful for it. Um, and honestly, I told him, you guys are really good. When Randy and Allen are hitting, there's two of the hardest throwers in the gym, especially Allen. We all know what he's capable of. You have Rachel, who could catch in anybody who gets out early. Angel, who could also catch in anyone who gets out early. It doesn't matter if he's the corner or not. Randy's going to dodge everything, and they have a lot of pieces there that just needs to be glued together. Shout out to Big Al, who's still injured, unfortunately. She missed another one. I'm not sure what her timeline is, but obviously they're still missing her. Um, Maybe another team that will look a little bit different in July. I'm not sure, but I think it's a very talented team that's getting a lot of exposure to what semi-pro is. And if they grow with that, I mean, Sirius kind of had to grow with that last year, and they ended up winning the last tournament. So I think Downfall could definitely head to that trajectory.
Nate?
Yeah, I think they're just the team that needs to, just like Relentless, sometimes they get out of rhythm, and then once that rhythm's broken, they can't get back. They can't get back to it. So like if, like you said, Alan and Randy, if they're hidden, they're hidden. If they're not hidden, it becomes a lot tougher, especially against certain teams. Like my team's has a lot of arms, so when we're when we're cooking, we're cooking. Um, but when your two big arms on a team aren't hitting, it makes a big dent in your gameplay.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is just a team that I think is kind of lacking experience. I mean this in a respectful way, but if you look at this team, there's not a lot of like players that have captained in the past. And kind of like what Nate said, like you kind of need someone to like reel them back in. And I know Angel has what this probably he's done all three, so like he's been a captain for three tournaments. This is like I think Angel's a leader. This is something that it's not easy being a captain. Like Jackson, you were a captain for Sluggers. Like there's ups and downs, and there's just things that you need to learn, and it just takes time and experience. But I mean, looking at their roster, I think that their floor is pretty high. Um, I like all these players, but uh, yeah, I didn't ref them. We didn't play them, so I didn't see them, and I missed the second tournament too. And we did play them the first tournament, but I don't really have any other thoughts if I'm being completely honest about this team. I will say so for anyone who's watching or listening that doesn't kind of understand like the dynamics of semi-pro, you are allowed two celebrity spots per season. So we'll just go top to bottom. Mud Dogs just use theirs. We just use ours. Nightmare. Goop Troop has not used either of theirs. Equalizers has used both, so they are out. LaFleur has not used any. Downfall has not used any. Relentless has not used any. And Immunity has only used one. So I would say that Downfall in July, there's only a few more opportunities to use your celebrity spots. I would say if I were them, this would be a good time to use it. And I would say same thing with LaFleur too. Like Mud Dogs has 18 points, Nightmare has 17, then there's a gap. So I think any of these teams could easily finish in the top three. There's still plenty of time. So that's all I got for Downfall. Let's move on to LaFleur. Jackson, I'm sorry, Nate, why don't you take this one?
LaFleur is a really solid team. They got good girls, good guys, a good spread of like arms and catchers, and like smart play style. Their their biggest downfall was, I know at least against ourselves, was ball control. They gave up way too many balls, way too many times where they were up. Um, Same thing happened in playoffs for them, which cost them um, against equalizers. But yeah, really solid team. I mean, Dylan Dylan's a great player. He knows what to do and knows what people should be doing and tries to guide them, but sometimes things just don't go that way.
Jackson?
For sure. Yeah, they're like one of like the top three teams with a lot of arms. Obviously Dylan Cruz needs no introduction. I mean, Jay is becoming like one of the better newer players, and they have a couple other like really good just like players in general. I will say, with the exception of Dylan and like Jackie, a very and Megan, a very inexperienced team. So there is going to be some learning curves with trying to captain because you're Dylan Cruz, who has a ton of experience with some people who just started playing dodgeball this year with a lot of talent. Don't get me wrong. This is like one of the best skill ceilings in the entire league, like bar none. But there needs to be a little bit of catch up before they really start popping off like the team that we know they can. So I did see that playoff series though. It was really awesome. It was like the nail biter is probably like the best series like in all day. Like yeah, we all saw that. Yeah, it was awesome. We only saw the tail end of it, but like watching back, it was back and forth with equalizers, and it was good dodgeball. So, but Lafleur is always going to be a scary team.
Yeah, so I would say that LaFleur, they have a lot of newer players. I think they have like top dogs like Dylan, Jacob, Jackie and Megan that have all played together for probably like at least a year or two now at this point, like collectively together for a while. Um, Jay is a good player. I think I won't say where players were like specifically picked, but he was picked in the first round and he is a first round talent. He's one of those, I think, hidden gems. But I think with this team, this is a team that throughout the year will get better with the lack of inexperience. And I think you need to have a lot of patience with these players and you need to allow them to make these mistakes and then from there to kind of learn from it. Like it's going to be like painful mistakes that you're not going to forget. But I would say with this team that you can kind of tell halfway through round robin that they were kind of mentally checked out a little bit. They did make the playoffs and then they played equalizers and equalizers was down, I believe 4-1, 3-1 or 4-1.
It was 3-1.
3-1. They make the comeback, they force the overtime, and Alyssa sure catches three or four. I think it was four balls
Four, I
and
think it was
just
four.
catching people back in. And yeah, Lafleur, they definitely should have won. It was, rookie mistakes where it's just a lot of solo throws. You would rather see them throw all three or all four balls and kind of what happened. I know hindsight is 2020, but that was a tough loss for them. I think that was like a cool experience, like awesome memory for Alyssa. It was fucking sick. Like you could tell she was seeing the ball insanely well that specific game. Um, but yeah, I just think they're in fifth right now out of 8 teams. Dylan didn't make one of the tournaments. Uh, yeah, two. He didn't make two of them.
Yeah,
Oh, oh yeah, because he missed the first one, right?
missed the first one and the second one. Yeah, this was his first semi-pro
Okay. All
for
right.
this
So
year.
if I'm them, I'm feeling really good about this. If I'm being honest, again, you don't want to lose, in what they made the playoffs. So that was their first round. You don't want to lose in the first round of the playoffs, but I think for them to make the playoffs and then have that experience, again, you're going to remember it for the next tournament and the next tournament and the next tournament. And there's so many more tournaments. So if you guys listen to this, I would keep your heads up. Painful mistake. You guys can learn from it. Next, equalizers. Let's start with Nate.
We played them the first round. They kicked our ass. We Quan also showed up the last game of that match. So we didn't have Quan until the very last game. But yeah, we were just really off. They're a solid team. Noah's tough in the corner. He picked us apart. Um, they had Kyle this time. I know he had a couple catches against us. yeah, they're just a really solid team all around. They're missing Nikki, um, who would also be a tough out. Um, yeah, really solid team. They got good corners and great catchers as we saw in playoffs. Um, yeah, that I like them as one of the like best mixed teams of like catcher versus thrower, where their big arm gets out, they can just come right back in. Yeah, they're one of the tougher teams for us at least for Mud Dogs, definitely.
Yeah. And you mean to tell me that Quan showed up late to a tournament?
Everyone's like, "Where's Quan?" I was like, "Dude, this dude's not gonna show up until in the middle of the game."
Do you remember when we played them last year, one of the first
Yeah, yeah.
rounds? I'm like, yo, let's go, let's go, let's go. And he hopped in like the last game. I was like, we need to be up at least three. Have you, Jackson?
um, Equalizers. I actually really do agree with Nate in terms of mix of throwers and catchers. Um, Catchers. I mean, Kyle Robinson will have the most catches in the gym probably. Top three at least. Top two. Well, top three definitely. Top two probably. Kara Monroe had a really good tournament, and I know she's just a really good catcher as well. And then arms, Noah, Big Ben Mjorder. That dude's scary. I don't know when he's going to throw it, and then he's going to whip that thing at least 70 plus, definitely plus, and it's going to hurt, and he's going to do a lot of damage. So that this team you have to have a game plan for if you want to be successful against them. If you kind of just say, "Hey, let's just play our game, let's hope for the best," they're going to pick you apart because Noah has a plan, Alyssa has a plan, and she will catch five of your balls and make it look easy. And Noah's going to have a good strategy for who to pick off and how to deal with it. And yeah, this team's scary. This team is threatening, and if it's not like maybe they don't have like the biggest skill ceiling of all time, but they will meet that skill ceiling consistently, if you know what I mean. And it's the consistency in semi pro is a recipe for success, I think.
Well said. I would say for this team, they were missing two of the three of their ladies. They used a celebrity spot on Kara. Kara played really well. They had Doug there. I think Doug's getting better and better every single tournament. Nikki wasn't there. I don't think Nikki's going to be there if I'm being like completely honest. So that's going to be tough for them for the rest of the season. Ben, really, really good player, could play pretty much anywhere on the court. He has hands, he can dodge, he can throw, has like a really nice slider. Noah's gotten really, really good. I remember when I first played against Noah that he was more of like a just offensive only player, and then he would kind of like pillar behind people next to him. And he's kind of gone away from that. He did do it a little bit this past weekend.
I was about to say you did that a little bit.
Yeah, he did do it a little bit this past weekend. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, he's one of the best players on the court, honestly, he's one of the best players in the gym, if I'm being completely honest. Even when he was playing us, like there was times where I thought he was playing better than Matt and I. And then there's times where I thought that it was flipped, but I think he's a really, really good player. Alyssa, really good player, amazing catches. Like she fucking killed it. I
Clutch.
didn't record it. I was recording the other court, unfortunately, on the live stream. So I hope someone was recording that for her because that was sick, and there could definitely be like a pretty cool edit that Sam could make for Philly Dodgeball. And then Kyle Robinson, shout out Kyle, love Kyle, one of my favorite Long Island people in general. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about Kyle. I think he could play any position. Great arm, great role model. I'm sorry, role player. He's a great role model too. Um, and he's got a good head on his shoulders too. He's never like I feel like he's never down on himself. You know, he's like a positive guy. All right, next Goop Troop. Who took the last one?
I think Nate did.
All right, let's go, Jackson.
All right, I caught Maspadone, and that was pretty cool. Next.
And that's it.
I traded with Matt Spadone.
All right, and there that's Scoop Troop. All right, no. I feel so bad for them. They had to play with five people. I feel like every time I think about Scoop Troop, they just don't have like their full roster there 100% of the time, whether it's due to injury or due to travel reasons. Shout out Doug. He will always have my respect from driving from New Jersey to Long Island in the second tournament and not playing a single series or a set. I felt so horrible for him, but he still like hung out with us after. So that man has my respect, like straight up, good for him. And I'm glad he got to play this time. Um, but Gupshu made it to the finals the first tournament, and I think they have a chance to make it back to the finals because this is also Gio's first semi-pro of the year. Giancarlo couldn't make the first two. Now he's here, and his presence was definitely felt. You know, for only having five players there, they were consistently winning. They had like the third best record in the gym. And Robbie did come in late, but he definitely wasn't himself. He wasn't moving as well as he could because he's still injured, but he was still throwing his 70 plus. Again, just one of the craziest arms in the gym. And Giancarlo is incredibly hard to hit. So is Matt. So is Morgan. And you will give up a catch to one of them if you're not careful. And my light just keeps going out. Yeah, that's my bad. But yeah, I love Goop Troop so much. I love Maspadone and Gio and Robbie. I love everybody on that team. Morgan and Doug. I'm starting to fall in love with him, even though I just met him. It's a really cool team, and they're gonna have success.
Nate?
Yeah, this is a competitive but fun team to play. Like they're a good challenge. Like they got a little bit of everything. They played Gio out of the middle, which I think that's where he plays the best. It was my first time playing against Doug. I mean, so his ball moves funky. It's like a knuckleball coming at you. Um, yeah, they were a really fun team. We beat them pretty good the first time, but playoffs, I mean, for only five people on the court, it was a tough match. Um, I always think Matt's a great captain, and he's really good at controlling and like telling people what they need to do and how to fix things when they don't work, um, which definitely happened this time. Came the playoffs, and I mean, we won in overtime. So yeah, yeah, I love that team.
Wait, hold on. You guys beat them in overtime in the playoffs? Oh
Yeah,
shit! I didn't realize it came down to overtime.
Really?
yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So I'll say Goop Troop, captained by Matt. I love Matt. He's one of my favorite players in Long Island. Every time we go to a tournament, like for the BDL tournament, I found him and Morgan, and then I sat next to him and I held his hand for like 20 minutes. Uh,
Lucky.
but yeah, Matt's a great captain. I know Matt doesn't think he's the best player. Matt, you're too humble. I think you are a good player. I think you're a great leader, and that you guys could play a bunch of different ways, and you guys could be successful in a bunch of different ways. And yeah, Giancarlo's first tournament back, and Robbie was hurt, probably hurt, and then late and hurt for this last one. So it's tough. They're still in third place. I do think that with all these challenges, they're still top three, which is saying something. And again, they still have two celebrity spots. So this is another team. Definitely think that they're using one in July. If I was a betting man, I would say that Downfall, Goop Troop, and LaFleur, at least two of the three are using their celebrity players.
I forgot they still had two celebs.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right, next Nightmare. Nate, why don't you take this one first?
Talk nice about us.
Uh, Garbage team. No one good on that team. Um, they should probably just quit, honestly. Just quit
Hmm.
while
Good
they're
take.
ahead. you know.
Hmm.
Um, no, Nightmare, you guys killed us on the pitch. Um, you guys definitely the fastest team on the pitch that's there, which for us, I know that cooked us really bad. Because we'd been winning the pitch all day until you guys. But yeah, I mean, your whole team, everyone can play everywhere, can do everything. They can catch, they can throw. You're a very overall team, very solid. You had Matt who cooked us. It was it was probably my second time facing Matt, so I hadn't seen the curveball yet by him, so and that was tough to adjust to. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, you guys are all great, solid. You won all your games. I don't think you had a single loss. Um, not gonna happen next time, but
Damn. You hear
All
that,
right.
Jackson?
Yeah, I guess so. All right. Start
being
stretching.
brought, being brought. Short catches only.
Hey, if they allow it, I guarantee you I'll get 5. Guarantee. It's the easiest thing in the world. All right, Jackson.
This what a start this team's had. I don't even know what to say. This was my first tournament, like really playing in the middle, or at least like next to a corner, like not being corner, just like in general. And it was a really cool experience playing next to Matt because that's where I was next to majority of the time. Um, and I felt like I am going to learn a lot watching back all this stuff because there's a couple times I just see him turn sideways in the air. Don't know how he does that. Like he literally jumps up and he's like horizontal.
I don't know how he did half the stuff. This dude's like flat on the ground. I throw at him. He's like Matrix style. I'm like, what the?
And it was a really good sled, but if I'm really honest, like he didn't have the most, he didn't like clutch the most because I think that was Michelle. She won like 4 games by herself.
A million
Jordan
percent.
Jordan had a wicked game against Lafleur where he took out like their top 4 by himself for a set, and then he like gave me a chest bump and almost broke my shoulder. Fun fact. But it was amazing. And then Brenda had like a really clutch catch in the playoffs, like against equalizers that kept us in, and we ended up winning that set. I was doing okay at the pitch. Chris was just lighting everybody else up on fire, and he had a really good tournament. Like everybody stepped up. Ryan was okay. Everybody stepped up, and I think that like yes, we had Matt Spadone, sure. I think we could have had a fraction of that. We could have had that success with or without him. He,
Yes, we could have had the success without Matt Spadone. You're 100% correct.
oh, did I say Spadone? That's crazy. Cut that. Cut that. Cut that. Cut that.
I'll jump in here. I'll
Uh,
jump in here. So yeah, that was love Matt, been playing with him for a long time. Matt is really good at every tournament. That is vintage Matt Levine, like vintage Matt Levine. Uh, I noticed it in real time in the championship. I was like, I think the first like 2 or 3 games, I'm like, Matt, you're throwing until you're not hitting someone, and he was just out, 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 catch, out, out. And everyone in the gym knew he was throwing, and he still made his hits. But yeah, Nate, you kind of touched on it. You guys have played with me multiple times in the past. You know, for Fallout, Nate, like I'm huge on pitchbacks. Like if you can start the game up and then you get 4 balls, like you are getting a prio out almost every single time. You can stack the queue if someone is running up, and you can get like the easier out, or the weaker player, or someone talented is going to run up, and you can get that person out and then get an even more talented player out like right afterwards. So we really capitalized on that all day long. Jackson, you did a good job of catching the pitch. Chris was doing it. Nate, you're not going to like hearing this. And I thought Giancarlo was wrong in real time. I'm sorry, Giancarlo. I'm putting you on the spot right now. Watch the stream back. Chris
Oh, I
cleared
watched it.
Chris
Oh, I
cleared that
watched
ball.
it.
It wasn't even close because Giancarlo stopped it because he said it wasn't close that he didn't. No, he definitely cleared that ball. It was at least a foot behind. And I know it's not like super zoomed in or it's not like HDHD. He's behind that line 1,000,000%. So that was an unfortunate for you guys because I think you caught
Because I
Matt,
hit
right?
Chris and I caught Matt.
So that would have been a big swing because we had a lot of momentum going into that. But yeah, I mean, super proud of everyone on the team. 1 through 7. I'm glad that I was able to draft everyone, especially where I was able to. I think some of them not going to go through the draft, but there are some players that I drafted that I'm like, you guys are insane for not drafting these players. But we can play different ways. We can play fast. We can play slow. We can play a slow pace and go for catches and only throw one ball at a time and get one ball back. We can play aggressive and have Chris or Michelle or someone fast out of the middle, and we can just run a million away. So I love versatile teams. I think we have a good mindset, good head on our shoulders. We have like a winning attitude. We finished the tournament 8-0, and we went 29-10. So this
Pretty good.
was a pretty dominant tournament for us. And everyone 1 through 7, they had their moments. I don't think anyone played bad. I think everyone played really, really good. Like if you were to ask me who was the weakest player on our team, I honestly couldn't tell you because everyone played so well. Jackson's like, please don't say me.
Please don't say me.
All right, and let's go to last but not least, Mud Dogs. Jackson, why don't you take this one?
I think that's all the time we have actually for today, Ryan.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, yeah, I think you're right.
Damn. All right. Well, we'll see everybody. I'm your host, Jackson Lamar from Bromance. Y'all are scary. Stop. Each and every
You know who they remind me
fun.
of?
Who?
They remind me of you guys from last year. They're just all tall and big as shit.
And they all throw a ball through your chest. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You guys are serious 2.0. You won quicker though. You won the second one, and it took us all season to do it. But yeah, um, the only like negative thing I could say about Mud Dogs is that you guys aren't as experienced as other teams.
Yeah.
And then you counter that by just throwing. Just everybody on your team has a great arm. And if even if they do get out for whatever reason, like well, Carly and Yanni's just gonna catch you back in. You guys made a really smart slub and Quan. He had a really good tournament. Um, I think our trying to remember a round robin. I think
4-1.
4-1. Like it was I think that was a little misleading, honestly, because I think there's a lot more closer games. Like again, clutch out by Michelle. Gonna give her credit again. Um,
Could have been 3-2 there.
very easily could have been a lot closer, and like honestly, you guys will always be a threat. And you guys won the second one for a reason, and I think there's a really good shot you could win again. My bad.
All right, Nate.
Um, yeah, it was first time playing with Quan, so that was a cool experience. It's a lot better being on his side than than across from him. Yeah, no, we definitely have powerhouse arms all around. Everyone in the middle can catch. Um, yeah, like you said, just we can throw from the back line, we can throw it up at the line, we can do everything. Like so really cool dynamic of I mean, it's cool when I get to play out of the middle because because we got strong arms in the corner already. So definitely a fun experience. Got to see Quan in all his action. Crazy hands. Um, Yeah, no, we're a fun team. No one ever gets mad. I appreciate that. No one gets down. Everyone's good vibes. No one's yelling at anyone. Just like, hey, we screwed up. Fix it the next time. And we were all in agreement. Like when we played you guys in the finals, like we were just getting killed on the rush, which I mean, we lose the rush and then we lose someone on the first throw. You're down two players. It's just tough to come back after that. Yeah, fun team. Glad to be drafted by them. Kevin's been doing great captaining. Uh, he really cares about like learning and strategizing, so that's appreciative. And we watch videos all the time together, try to figure out what we did wrong against teams, um, which has helped a lot. Um, yeah, fun team.
All right. So I'll jump in here. Yeah, you guys were a very tall, hard throwing team. And I noticed that like after the first tournament when we played you guys, because I'm like, who's Andrew and who's Kevin? No, I'm sorry, Sam. I knew Kevin, Sam. And I remember when we played you guys in the first tournament. Jackson, do you remember what I said?
What did you say? No.
I was like, we're putting two on every single person. I don't give a shit. Like, we are not playing the 1-for-1 game because we will lose. I think we will lose. So, yeah, that's what we did when we played you guys the first tournament. I missed the second one, the third one. We just played. You guys had Quan, and then you had Andrew in the other corner, and that was lethal. And I think it was pretty cool matching up against you guys, corner for corner, if you think about it. So you have Andrew and Quan, who probably have the two hardest throws in the gym, like two hardest throws in the gym. And then Matt and I in the other corners, where Matt's definitely a highlight player. I am not a highlight player, but I think we're both really tough to get out and we're good defensively. So I think it was a pretty cool battle of like offense versus like grind you down defense. And then Matt just doing Matt shit. But when we played you guys, I lined up against Andrew at first, and then they swapped, I think, after like the third game. And then Matt's
Yeah.
like, do we swap here too? And I said, no, I don't want to swap. Like, I know they made the adjustment, but like, they still need to beat us. And then I was lined up across from Quan, and Quan probably threw at me like fucking 20 times. And I was just getting as small as possible and fucking praying. But yeah, man, I've said on the pod multiple times before, Quan is like one of three players that I line up against. And I'm like, I'm just gonna get as small as possible, and if he hits me, he hits me. But I'm not looking forward. I'm not looking at the ball and trying to ball block it because I'm not gonna pick it up in time. Like he just is that good of a player, has that harbor throw. But yeah, I mean, I think you guys have made the finals now in 2 of 3 tournaments. That's really good for you guys. Kevin's a newer captain, and you can tell that he wants to learn. Andrew's getting better. I remember the first tournament I watched him play. He lined out a few times and he was insanely close to lining out a bunch of other times. And I would say this past weekend, I've only saw it a few times where he was like close-ish to the line. So he's getting better and being more mindful of that. I'm trying to think of some other players on your team. Carly and Yanni, really good players. You know, they're always good for a catch, especially when you guys need one. There's one player in your team who has a goatee. I don't know his name.
Will.
Will, I think Will has a fucking really good arm too. Like, don't sleep on Will. And he's willing to put it on players, which I really respect. Like, that's the type of player I want on my team. If I'm in a huddle, I'm like, Will, put it on 3, put it on 4, put it on 5. You know he's gonna put it on them. Like, I don't like playing with players that are playing super passive or they don't believe in like what you're trying to like the game plan. Um, so I would say, yeah, you guys made 2 of the 3 finals. I think you guys will be in more. This one just didn't work out in your favor, unfortunately. But I think boys, I think we're the top 2 teams right now in semi-pro. So
Hell yeah.
Look at us.
look at us. Who would have thought?
Not me.
TT boys.
Who would have thought? And I know for at least for me, last season was frustrating, and I think you could agree, Nate. So I think we're definitely happy this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is all I have for the recap. Let's move on to questions from people. Thank you to everyone who sent them in. We have a good amount. First question from Dan Hood. Who is your dodgeball dad and who is your dodgeball daddy? Let's start with Jackson because it seems like you have something on your mind here. Speak up, son.
So shut up. Um, I didn't prep at all. Ryan, I know you kind of send these questions ahead of time sometimes. I
Every
have
time.
okay, yeah, every time. Whatever, I'm not here every time. Um, I have I didn't look at the questions, so I just wasn't expecting that one off rip. That was fun. Nate, how about you go first?
Yeah, Nate, you go first.
I'll go first. Dodgeball dad. I'm gonna go with my sensei, Ryan McComb. Dodgeball dad. I learned a lot from Ryan. I've played a lot with him. So yeah, dodgeball dad. Dodgeball daddy. Go with easy dodgeball daddy. We'll go with Shota.
Oh,
Dodgeball daddy.
Shoda. Shoda. Amanda's in the other room like, Nate, no.
No, she's probably like, that's right.
Oh, yeah. She's probably like, clock it. All right. Jackson.
I'm still thinking, man. I don't even know if I know the difference. That so like what? Like someone who taught me the game, and then who's
Like
your
your daddy.
yeah?
Hot. Someone who's hot, daddy. I don't know.
Someone who saw it.
Someone that has a lot of money to treat you right.
Does anybody? So I did learn a lot from Ryan. I don't want to say Ryan because that's just piggybacking off of Nate's answer. So there's your little shout out there, Ryan. I will have to say I said his name a couple times already this pod, so I'm gonna keep it to a minimum. King Squid. I got my first dodgeball experience by being drafted, like really competitive dodgeball experience, being drafted by him in Sirius for last year's semi pro, and then I got to travel with him for a bunch of squids and for Kraken. So I had to learn a lot from him in order to keep up with his teams. So I'll say I'm not gonna say I'm gonna say he's my dad. I think we know who I'm talking about. King Squid. I'm not gonna say that Mastodon is my dad. I'm not gonna say that. I won't say that. All right.
Okay, so Matt Spadone is your dad. Who's your daddy? Is it also Shoda?
Uh, yeah, sure. I don't have a good answer for this.
Okay, all right, all right.
I'll say Nate.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
Hot,
wow.
hot. All right, next question. Question from Giancarlo. I don't think he wanted me to ask this, but I'm gonna anyways. Who is your toxic ex? Nope. Rewind. Who is your toxic dodgeball ex? Like someone you used to play with, but they just are so toxic to play with now, and you can't enjoy playing with them, but yet you still always go back to them once in a while.
What the fuck? Was this asked in the Connecticut group chat?
Yep.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Does anyone have any answers? You
Nate,
you always find your way back to them, and you're like, they treated me good and they treated me bad. And I still go back. And I know what they're capable of, and why do I put myself through this?
All right. This is all in fun, but I'm gonna say Max Pags.
That's a great answer. That's a great
that's
answer.
a great answer. Wow, fuck.
That's probably also your answer, right, Jackson? That's
I mean,
gotta
he's on
be.
Nightmare, yeah.
Yeah, that literally has to be your answer. He was on Sluggers and now he's on Nightmare.
We just all
Wow.
say Max Pags.
Yeah, credit to Nate though. Credit to Nate.
Credit
Okay.
to Amanda. She brought that up.
Oh, credit to Amanda.
Yeah, credit to Amanda. Clock
Credit to
it.
Amanda.
Fuck it.
Period. All right, next question. We got another one from Giancarlo.
Love you, Max.
Wait, real question time. You both have developed a pretty good curveball. What work did you put into to do this? When did you decide to throw it compared to throwing your fastball?
Okay. I could start this one this time. So for me, coming from baseball, I know the kind of damage throwing sliders and curveballs could do to your elbow. When you twist your wrist a whole lot. So when I was working on my curveball or like kind of like any of my moving balls, I kind of just want to try to throw it like a fastball, if that makes sense. Like not a whole lot of twisting going on. And if there is twisting or like something different, it's very minimal. That way I could keep throwing it because I just have a fear that it's going to fuck up my elbow otherwise. So kind of figuring out what works. And right, I don't have a ball nearby, but I kind of just like kind of grip it like a horseshoe and like go down with it, honestly. And then it reverses the ball spin and it goes, follows that spin. So that's how I get my curveball. Anyway, there's a second part to that.
Mackenzie, she also asked the same thing, so I'll kind of just mention it here. What goes into your decision of throwing curveball versus fastball in a game? So that's the second part.
Okay. I used to throw like 75% fast and 25% curveball until that 25% became 25% catches. So honestly, I throw it maybe once per series, maybe. And that's against like a corner who I know is going to try to go down for a block. They're not going to try to catch it. So I'm going to be like, I'm going to try to get around it. And honestly, that's my decision making process. I got really sick and tired of people catching the curveball, and I think that was just my adjustment to it. Which now I said it out loud, but now maybe I'll change it. Who knows?
I think it's also really easy, and like we talked about this last year because like you were the captain for Connecticut Dodgeball last season. I think it's really easy to like throw too many curveballs and sliders, and I would like preach to you like stop throwing the curveballs and sliders. Like you have a good arm, you throw a lot of pump fakes. Like just go up to the front line, be confident, make that throw. Because like yeah, you can hit someone with a curveball or fastball, but like a lot of these gyms, the ball's not gonna come back. And a lot of the times too, I feel like, especially with batting balls, someone's gonna miss the ball block and they're gonna catch it like by accident.
Oh yeah, because like if they go for a block, it like catches on their arm. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Hmm. How about you, Nate?
Um, I I throw the curveball a little different. I throw it. I like pinch it with my middle finger, so like it's more like almost like a knuckle curve. Well, I like pinch, so I do that because one thing I wanted to work on with curveballs is trying to switch to a curveball quickly in the moment, and I just couldn't get my hand gripped right in time, so I switched to pinching it like that. So now all I do is I just extend my finger and it's not a curveball anymore. Um, my ball naturally moves already, so sometimes it moves too much, not on purpose. But yeah, it really depends one if I'm using batting balls or joy light, if I'm throwing curves, and who I'm throwing at is a big factor. If I'm throwing straight on the person, it really depends who I'm throwing at. Someone like that I know is a good catcher, I'm probably throwing a curve at them because they're gonna just eat that bat and ball if I throw straight at them. But I did a lot of practice. I mean, I tried different arm slots. I tried throwing quicker. Um, I usually just pick a spot in the gym and I find a line in the wall and I try different arm slots till I hit that line over and over and over. But yeah, my biggest thing is just I tried to get quicker. Where I didn't have to, take too much time. I can run up to the line and then just whip a curveball or whip a fastball. Um, but yeah, Batten versus Joylight makes a huge difference too on if I'm throwing a curve and when, because those Batten just die.
Yeah, not a fan of them. I think that the bat and balls have low key kind of changed a little bit from last year.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that. But all right, we got one more question from Mackenzie Wilson for both. What does your post-tournament recovery look like? Do you do anything prior to playing that you find helps you feel less sore after the fact? Love you guys. Let's start with Nate.
Um, I usually try to gun myself. I gun my arm, gun my legs. Then I usually try every everything possible because my body is forever injured and old and just doesn't recover fast enough anymore. Um, yeah, I usually try to use the massage gun, ice, relax, get something, try to recover.
Jackson?
For recovery, yeah, kind of do like a cool down like stretch if I can. If I have time, sometimes we're getting back from tournaments at like midnight sometimes. But
And when we lose too, we coach makes us do suicides in a parking lot. So
yeah, yeah, Ryan does make me do suicides. Only me for some reason. Um, but for before a tournament, I do a lot of like band work in terms of trying to prep my shoulder and my elbow and my everything. Try to get it ready for a shit ton of throws. And that also includes stretching my legs because okay, I keep my light keeps going out. I'm using my computer screen if you can't tell for my light. I do a lot of stretching like beforehand because I don't want to just show up to a tournament and start stretching like then and then find out that I'm still really sore from something before or I'm just really tight in a lot of my muscles, a lot of my like calves and quads specifically get tight. So I just stay on top of it. Like literally put on something on Netflix. I like am literally just not even sitting down. I'm on the ground. I'm doing like my regular like stretching routine, like some band work, and I just like if I miss a day, I'm gonna feel bad. I missed stretching after semi-pro on Sunday and Monday. My knee was on fire, my arm was still sore, and honestly, it just makes such a big difference. And I'm superstitious that I just do it.
okay. Also, I think Jackson, you use a tennis ball, but Nate, I don't know if you do. I don't know if anyone's listening right now that hasn't tried tennis ball. Tennis ball before you play on your traps and on like your labrum, like the backside of your shoulder, feels great. I love doing it. You guys see me every tournament before I play, while I play, after I play, using it.
I use it for my feet, honestly.
Oh, you
Like
okay? Yeah, that's also good too.
roll that out, but I'll try that next time.
Yeah, for the plantar fasciitis
Yeah,
or to avoid it. Yeah. All
trying
right.
to.
We got two questions from Deja. First one, do you both have a team that you love playing with throughout your career? Let's start with Nate on this.
Team I loved playing with. I'm gonna say the little sad team I played for dodgeball. It was my first time really playing with no one that I had played with before. So, I mean, we won, that helped, but it was just fun to play with all new people and a different style of play, which I wasn't used to, and had Frankie on the team, so different coaching style. Um, Jessie was captain. She was a great captain. Um, yeah, it was a really fun team.
Jackson?
I don't have one team in particular, but every time I go play at the Boston Throwdown, I play on a team that's very high vibes and just a lot of fun to play with. Like everybody's smiling, everyone's cracking jokes, Everyone's like we have like a huddle chant for something related to our team name. You know, we were the Pink Pony Club. We did like a like yeehaw, you know, before every match. Then we have the Johnny Bravo team. We did the hoo-ha, hoo. And then Danny Phantom, we had like the Going Ghost thing, and like Proud Family. I mean, Ashley Elder just brings the energy anyway. Like it's just Ashley Elder.
Crown Royal
So
Ash.
I don't think she was. I don't think that version of Ashley was there yet. But like every time I play that tournament, I play on a very, very, very fun team that I still think about sometimes. Like, damn, that was fun. So it's not like one team in particular, but like every time I play there. So that's my answer.
Okay, good answer. Jackson, after this past weekend winning the tournament, is like, damn, why is coach making us do suicides? And then he's like just daydreaming about all of his BDL teams.
And then Ryan's in the corner is like, I know you can move faster than that, boy. Keep going.
You're not stopping until you throw up.
Yes, coach.
All right. Next question. Another one from Deja for Nate and Jackson. Over the time we've been playing together, both of you have grown tremendously on the court and are now very strong and fierce corners. What has helped the most with your development, whether that's playing in tournaments, IQ, or just overall playing more? Let's start with Jackson.
IQ. Um, I watched the dodgeball documentary that came out for Dodgeball Canada. I paid for the Patreon. Well worth it. And they said, someone said the dodgeball is 75% knowledge and 25% physical. And after every tournament, I'm starting to see it. Like that knowing, like the decision making of when to throw, when to dodge, when to ball block, when to catch matters a lot more than how hard can you throw, can you catch, can you dodge, and like the decision making of it all, and like learning more about that while playing with Ryan, while playing with Matt, while playing with these other teams, I think is like what I accredit to with me developing.
Breaking news, breaking news. Moo. Keon Ellis has agreed to a 2-year, $18 million guaranteed deal with the Brooklyn Nets. Oh, shit. The Knicks
Oh,
are in trouble.
are they really?
I mean, it looks like the Nets are taking over the city. Fuck.
Oh,
All right, well, we had a good
damn.
run. We had a good run. We had a good run.
Yeah, pack it up. Maybe next year. Next year.
All right. To just like give my 2 cents off of what you kind of just said, Jackson. I think most people who play dodgeball, like they're talented. It really just is a matter of like reading the game or having someone kind of help them out. Like I'll give an example. Like 8 years ago when I was sick and I couldn't play, I went to, tournaments and we were trying to compete in these qualifiers and unfortunately we didn't win any of them. And it was frustrating because of my situation and I just couldn't play in those. But I remember one tournament where we were up on this, well, they were playing. My goofy ass was on the scaffolding and I'm looking down, I'm watching them lose and lose and lose. I'm just making like these silly little mistakes. And I remember telling them like, yo, I wish I could just give you an AirPod and just like say everything beforehand because it's right there. Like it's literally right there. You guys just aren't seeing it in real time. Um, but yeah, that's just my 2 cents. How about you, Nate?
Yeah, IQ's definitely been a big thing. Playing a lot more helps. I mean, reps and seeing different play styles, especially doing tournaments. And like, I mean, I'd never had a three ball pitch thrown against me till we played Berserk. I mean, that was my first time seeing one in game. So seeing just different styles and different ways people play makes a big difference. And like Jackson said, just knowing when to make the right play is like huge. It's not all about, I mean, I'm a hard thrower and I mean, anyone can catch me. I mean, it's not a matter of how hard I throw. Um, Yeah, it definitely traveling, going to playing twice a week helps a lot now. Now we have two leagues to play in. Yeah, I'd say traveling has been the biggest thing and learning um, what works and what doesn't work and what to work on yourself. Honestly, I was a really bad ball blocker. I'm still not the best, but I mean, stuff like that, like knowing what your weaknesses are, is big, and you should always go into a tournament trying to fix something, I feel like.
Yeah, well said, well said. All right, we got a few more questions next from Jackie Spinelli. Hi guys, you are the absolute best, and I adore and appreciate you both. Questions for both. What's one highlight moment or one of your favorite game moments from June Semi-Pro? Give me your best cartoon character impression. So she wants you to do Toad.
I
I don't
cannot
know if
do
I could
Toad.
do. I might be able to. I don't want to try that.
I could do other cartoons, but I can
All right, who wants to take this question first?
I'll shoot. My favorite moment from June was playing Equalizers. Right, that's with Ben, right? On the team Big Ben.
Hmm.
All right. Because it is with him. He threw at me. I was in the corner without a ball because I just thrown, and he came up to the line. He threw it at me. It went off of my fingers and like lunged forward, and I don't know how this happened because I just like didn't think. I like just like laid out, sprawled forward without like jumping. I just kind of like almost like fell down and I caught it like with my fingertips, like before it hit the ground. And I never had like a play like that per se before, where it like hits you and you have to catch it. And, like you have to like dive to catch it. It wasn't like necessarily like dive. It was just like almost like a fall forward dive hybrid, and I caught it. So I was like, "Oh fuck, that was nice." And it caught net back in. I was like, "Oh fuck, this is double nice." So definitely easy highlight. Um, Cartoon characters. Huh. Um, I have a couple in mind.
You gotta
Um,
commit, Jackson. Gotta
I'll
commit.
I'll I'll do two if you do two.
okay, I'll do two. My go-to is always Gingy from Shrek. No, not the gumdrop puppy.
You're muted for the second part. What? we,
Oh,
we heard the first part.
oh, it's like when Lord Farquaad got the mirror, like anything, and then he just gets like thrown out after.
I love Shrek.
Love Shrek. And then the other one I had, I'll do my second one, then I'll let Nate go. Oh, Timmy! I'm respecting your privacy by knocking on the door, but asserting my authority by coming in anyway. Timmy Turner's dad.
Very
I'm
Odd
not sure if I
Parents.
did it. Yeah, yeah.
I got
Nice
it.
one.
I
Nice one,
got it.
Ryan.
Nice. All right, Nate.
I'm gonna go with like an off-ball highlight because it cracked me up all tournament. Uh, Quan must have worn like 14 different jerseys. This man walks in with one jersey on, comes into the first game with a different jersey. Then every game literally had a different jersey every time I turned to him. Every single game. I mean, I swear, it had to be like 12 different jerseys this guy wore.
I ref you guys a few times and I was cracking up because Quan was going up for the rush and he could not have given any less fucks. Like no shoes tied, like head down, but like it looked like a Sunday stroll and I thought it was so fucking funny.
He played the whole or it would have been our second match. He played the whole match with his sunglasses on. Just
Hilarious. Quan's
great.
hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, that maybe not a highlight, but that that like made my
No, that's a highlight. That's good.
voices. Let me see. I'm thinking of a second one to do.
Can Amanda hear you?
No, no, she's away. Like, oh, school, it's crazy. Um, I can also do Stitch.
Oh, that's a new one.
I was expecting a different one.
Same.
The one that Amanda
Gotta
really
switch it up.
likes. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
for sure likes, by the way.
Gotta keep the people on their edge of their seat, you know?
Amanda, so lucky. All right. Speaking of Amanda, we got a few questions from Amanda. From Amanda, I wrote Flores. For Nate, seems like people are starting to recognize your talent more and more. Did you prefer being more of a sleeper and being able to fly under the radar until it came to game time? Or do you like the attention you're getting? Woo, first round pick. K, love you, bye.
Love you. Also, it is nice when people don't know you because you can catch people by surprise. So, I mean, that's what happens a lot at like the BDL tournaments. There's people I don't know who you are. I don't know how this ball's coming at me. So that's always a plus. But in my opinion, just being known is big because just a presence sometimes on a court is all the difference of knowing someone is capable of making a throw or a counter or a catch. Like just knowing them, sometimes people don't make that throw because they know what you are capable of. So I'd say I appreciate more people knowing who I am.
Okay. Jackson? Actually, no, sorry. You have a different question.
Oh,
For Jackson, you've gotten so much more confident on the court, be it pure skill and or play calls. I know you've picked Ryan's brain a lot when it comes to improving your game. If you could sit one on one with anyone else in the dodgeball community, who would it be and why? Kay, love you too. Bye. Nate, get your girl. Kay, love you too. Bye.
love you too, Amanda.
As a friend,
As a
right?
friend.
Mm-hmm.
As a friend.
As a
That's right.
son,
Oh, that's right. I'm the son. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, news.
Okay. Congrats.
Oh, good question though.
Good question.
good question.
I'll say like in the broader dodgeball community, I wouldn't mind talking to Hashi. I mean, he's been everywhere, like literally at every level of the game, and he's somebody I haven't met yet. So like I just feel like he has so much to offer, and it's like he probably knows his shit. So oh my god,
Throwing them off.
it is. But yeah, I think that would be someone I would like to pick his brain.
I think a good one for you, and honestly, it would be so fucking funny. I would have to sit in on this. Would be Frankie, because Frankie is so blunt, and he will make fun of you about it too, and he will just put you in your place, and you will just say yes sir the entire time. It would be so fucking funny.
Interesting. Okay,
Maybe we can make it happen.
maybe
All
next
right.
romance.
Next bromance. All right, we got two more questions from Ashley Flores. Very simple question for everyone. What do you love most about dodgeball? You are all super involved, and I know everyone is so busy. Just curious what keeps you making time in your busy lives to play. It always looks like y'all are having so much fun. I love the dedication. Nate?
I mean, I grew up playing baseball, so just staying in a competitive nature is great to me. I'm very competitive. I love playing sports. Um, Community, meeting new people, getting a chance to. I mean, I would never have traveled to half the places I've traveled if it weren't for dodgeball. So, yeah.
Jackson?
Definitely hard agree with everything that Nate said. Played baseball too, competitive outlet, travel, friends. Definitely agree. Um, and like that's definitely like the number like those are like the bigger reasons reasons, but also like you're keeping in shape, and I kind of like maybe I'm a sicko. I like being sore after a tournament. Like to me, that's like like a little bit of badge of honor. I don't know. Like I like kind of waking up like, oh, everything's stiff, everything hurts, I can't really move. Cool, I tried, I did my best, you know.
Hmm.
So I gotta be able to do it while you can, right? So I I take it as like a badge of honor.
Yeah, I will answer this question as well. I was thinking about this as I was typing this out for you guys. I've been playing dodgeball almost half my life.
Damn.
So I think for me, it's something that obviously I love, and I want to get as many people into the sport and teach as many people everything that I know, and just spread the sport itself. Um, I've had so many friends that I would never have met if it wasn't for dodgeball. I've had people at my wedding from dodgeball. I know I can go to like 5 different states, maybe even 10 different states, and I know that I would have a place to stay, and I know that they would have a place to stay. They wouldn't have to, rent a hotel or anything. Um, but yeah, it's just such a great sport, and there's so many ins and outs, and at the end of the day, I do think some people overthink the shit out of it, and it's really like, dog, you have a ball, just throw it the person in front of you. But you do get to go to a bunch of cool places and make a bunch of friends and relationships, and yeah, yeah, that's all I have. All right, last question from Abuelito Toretto for Jackson. With the Trailblazers trading for Ja Morant, give me your ideal Trailblazers starting five. It can be anyone in the league right now, not on the Trailblazers, but they must have gotten suspended and or a minimum of at least one felony. This is a great question. Who said this?
What was the name?
Abuelita Toretto.
Yeah, is that the name you came up with?
No, she's a valued listener.
Mm,
Very, very. She listens to every
wow,
episode.
what a question. Where do I even begin?
So Ja Morant has to be one, obviously.
He has to be on the team. Yeah. Can't shooters got to shoot. Um, fuck. They have to be a current player.
Current player in the NBA. I will
Fuck.
I will throw you a bone. Well, Albert Toretto told me to tell you this. You could, in theory, put Chauncey Billups in your starting five.
I'll use the head coach. That works. Gee, I don't even know how to start with this,
All
man.
right, so we have Ja Morant, Chauncey
Yeah,
Billups.
Chauncey Billups for
All
sure. You got
right,
to do for coach.
let's do a big man here. Who's like a big man that definitely has gotten suspended in the past?
Oh, Draymond.
Okay. Hey, let's do Draymond at the forward because I think there's a really easy
Yeah,
center.
there probably is a really easy center that I'm not thinking about right now.
Used to play on the Pistons, might have gotten traded recently on the Grizzlies.
Dude, no, I'm not that basketball guy. What were you thinking about?
Isaiah Stewart.
Wait, was he the guy that?
He tried
Sorry, I
fighting
forgot.
LeBron like 3 years ago. He gets suspended like every year for like a few games for doing something.
Oh, I think I remember that.
This is
I
your
have to
this
look
is
it
your
up
list though.
though.
This is your list though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And as
My
the
bad, my
biggest
bad.
basketball head in the podcast,
Sorry.
yeah, 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 yeah. Right, that's correct. I don't, Abuelita, man. I don't know if I don't have this in my bag. I'm not gonna lie. And anyone suspended for marijuana possession.
Wow.
Everyone.
What do you think about what is your marijuana policy? Someone gets arrested for marijuana. Are you like throw them in jail, lock the key, or
I'm like, man, it's just marijuana. They could be doing worse things in life.
okay?
They could be a shooter.
Could be. I meant to say throw away the key, not lock the key. That was pretty stupid. All right. I'll give you a
Lock the
hand
key.
here, okay?
Yeah,
Let's
man,
go.
I'm struggling.
Let's go, Ja Morant.
Yeah. Chauncey
We
Billups.
need Coach Billups in there. Have to have Chauncey
We gotta
Billups
do
in
it for
there.
coach. We have to do it for coach.
Let's do Dylan Brooks.
Oh,
Let's
that's a good one. Okay.
let's do Draymond Green. And let's do stretch five here. Miles Bridges.
Wait, was that the other guy that got caught for gambling?
He got caught for something else bad. But hey, you know what? Let's do Malik Beasley. He seems like a quality guy. Or for six man off the bench, Terry Rozier.
Okay, that's a good one. All right.
Or
Yeah.
Javante, oh my God, what's his last name? Javante Carter, the guy in the Raptors that was telling people to bet on his prop bets.
Oh yeah. I was about to say there's somebody else that also did that, but there's also like 30 other people that did that. But
This team is making a lot of money and they are getting texts.
yes. Yes. And they are gonna overperform on certain nights.
I
You
think
will
they're
hear
going to
about it.
underperform on many nights, not overperform.
I think they'll do both.
What's the spread of the game? 9. Okay, we're down 10. Let me sprint full court with 3 seconds left for a layup. There was a clip of Malik Beasley doing that when he was on the Wolves,
I did see this. I did see
and I
this
was like,
like
"Oh
full
yeah,
court.
this man guilty." But that is it. Thank you for all the questions. Abuli Toretto, thank you for closing out with that amazing question. I don't know how you thought of that. Let's move into our outro. Any closing thoughts or shout outs? Let's start with Nate.
Shout out my wife, Amanda. Um, shout out all the dodgeball leagues and communities. We wouldn't have it without them. So shout out Ryan for bromance, having us on.
Horace,
Sensei.
how about you, Jackson?
Shout outs to Shenshai. Uh, no, for real, shout out Ryan. Yeah, shout out to Connecticut Dodgeball. Everyone's been really supportive lately, and everyone's been like getting a lot better too. So shout them out. Shout out Long Island Kick. Great tournament this weekend. Shout out Boston. Great tournament 2 weekends ago now, right? Right? And then shout
Yes.
out
Yeah.
Philly
Flying
Dodgeball
by.
for Beast Coast 3 weekends ago. This month was really busy.
What about
Shout
Alabama?
Shout out Alabama, even though I didn't go.
Thank
Shout
you.
out, yeah, you're welcome. Shout out Abuelita. Shout out Jailblazers. Let's do it for Coach, everybody.
Well, let's do it for Coach. I'm pretty sure he was innocent. It's just innocent until proven guilty. It just has not
That's
happened yet.
that's what I say. What,
Mhm.
him being proven that he's innocent, or
He didn't do what they said he did. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. Allegedly. Allegedly.
no? I'm pretty. I'm like pretty much sure that's right. Yeah,
At least.
pretty much. Yeah.
All right. My shout outs. Nothing too much. Shout out Nightmare. Had a great tournament this past weekend. It's I'm trying to figure out how to word this. Probably not going to say what I want to say. It's been really fun this season, and I'm really excited for the next 4 tournaments and to see how the season ends. Shout out Fallout. We got a tournament coming up in 2 weeks. Nate,
Ready.
going to SLC. We have a few players on Fallout that I think is going to catch people by surprise. Really good roster. I'm excited. We got 2 players that I've played with, but not in a tournament. Pretty good players. I don't think like literally anyone else is going from Connecticut too, so pretty sure.
Ben
Pretty sure.
McKenzie. Oh, well, let's talking about Fallout.
No, I'm kidding. No, we are playing that mixed tournament. So, shout out to you guys too. We're gonna play and have almost an entire Connecticut team for mix. That's gonna be fun. Not expecting to win, but I think it's gonna be really fun. And that's all I got. One last question for you guys. What's one guest you would like to see on Bromance?
John Morant.
I can't promise John Morant, but I probably would have better luck with Chauncey Billups. I would probably have to pay for something, maybe sneak in an iPhone into jail. Could be done. I'm not the one that's going to be doing it. It could be done though. I could see a way of how it would be done. I think.
Nate, who do you want to see on Bromance?
Um, Trying to think of someone who hasn't been on that hasn't been mentioned. Um, Maybe like Chris DeJesus. I mean, he's running the Levi
Ooh,
hot the right
Lehigh Valley. Yeah.
Lehigh Valley. Yeah. Yeah, he's running that league that just started up. I mean, so someone different.
Yeah, that would be a good one. I know he did college dodgeball too. He's a league owner now, been playing for a long time. Yeah, that'd be a good one. I'll have to add it to my list. But all right, guys, that is all I have. Thank you for hopping on the pod.
Thanks, Ryan.
Of course.
Anytime. Peace.
Peace.